Hi everyone, my name is Elvina Mariel. Today I'm going to share my thoughts about the quotes by Carol Ann Tomlinson. The quote says, "Differentiated instruction is not a set of strategies, but a way of thinking about teaching and learning." When I first read this quote, it's really made me think. Many people believe that teaching is just about following technique or strategies. But for me, these quotes remind us that teaching is actually about mindset. Differentiated instruction or DI isn't just something we do. It's how we think about our student. It's about believing that every student can succeed, but they might need different paths to reach their goals. As a future Bahasa Melayu teacher, I want to build a classroom that values every student's differences, whether in their learning level, interests, or the way they understand lessons. So, in my presentation, I'll talk about how I understand these quotes through 4 main components of differentiated instruction: readiness, interest, learning style, and learning environments. Then, I'll share how I would apply these ideas in real classroom and what I've personally learned as a future educator. Let's start with readiness. To me, readiness means understanding where each student is before starting lessons. In a real classroom, not all students have the same level of knowledge or skill. For example, in Bahasa Melayu class, some students may already write beautiful essays, while others still struggle with basic sentence structure. As a teacher, I can't just teach them all in the same way. So, I can give advanced students tasks that challenge them, like writing longer essays or adding a figurative language, while others might get writing guidance or vocabulary lists to help them. This shows that differentiated instruction is not about giving easier or harder work. It's about meeting students where they are. Like Tomlinson said, it's a way of thinking. We adjust not because we have to, but because we care about helping everyone move forward. Next is interest. Interest is one of my favorite parts of differentiations because I believe students learn best when they're interested in the topic. In my future Bahasa Melayu classroom, I want to give students a chance to choose topics that they enjoy. For example, when we do a writing activity, some students might write about their favorite food, some about local celebration, and others about something they see on social media. By letting them write about what they love, students feel more motivated and confident to express themselves. This also makes learning more meaningful because they can connect that they learn in class with their real-life experiences. For me, this is what Tomlinson means by a way of thinking. It is not just teaching content, it's connecting with students' heart and minds. The third component is learning style. Every student learns differently. Some are visual learners who understand better through picture or video. Some are auditory learners who enjoy listening and discussing. And some are kinesthetic learners who learn best through hand-on activity. In my Bahasa Melayu lesson, I can use different methods to reach all types of learners. For example, for visual learners, I must show short Malay film or use colorful slide with key point. For auditory learners, I can have class discussion or listening activities using Malay songs or dialogues. And for kinesthetic learners, I can include activities like role-playing, where students act out short scenes in Malay. Even though research says we shouldn't strictly label students by learning style, using a mix of activities help keep lesson inclusive and engaging for everyone. For me, it is all about giving students different way to succeed. And finally, the learning environment. This is not just about the physical classroom. It's also about the emotional and classroom atmosphere. I believe students learn best when they feel safe, respected, and supported. So I want to create a classroom that's positive and inclusive, where everyone feels confident to share their ideas. For example, I might arrange the classroom into a small group for discussion, encourage peer feedback, and always remind students to respect each other's opinions. I'd also love to display student essays or poems on the wall. This not only celebrates their work but also makes them feel proud and appreciated. A supportive environment helps students take risks in learning without fear of judge, and that's what differentiation is truly about, building a community of learners who grow together. Now, let me share a classroom scenario to show how I would apply differentiated instruction in real life. Imagine I'm teaching a secondary Bahasa Melayu lesson on karangan descriptive or descriptive writing. Before the lessons, I will check my students' readiness by reviewing their previous essays or short writing samples. Then I plan the lesson like this. For readiness, students who are more advanced can write a full descriptive essay using similes or idioms. Those who need more support can use a paragraph guide or sentence starters. For interest, students can choose their own topic such as tempat perkelahan kegemaran saya or makanan tradisional di kampung saya. And for learning style, for visual learners, I'll show some pictures of beaches or food, and for auditory learners, we'll brainstorm the ideas together. For kinesthetic learners, we might go outside for a short sensory walk around the school to describe what they see. And the last one is learning environment. I'll make sure the classroom atmosphere is respectful and encouraging. I'll work around guide prompts and give positive feedback to boost confidence. This approach helps every student participate according to their ability and interests. It also makes learning more enjoyable and meaningful. After learning about differentiated instruction, my view of teaching has really changed. I used to think being a teacher was just about delivering lessons and giving marks, but now I realize it's about understanding students as individuals with their own strengths, weaknesses, and dreams. Differentiated instruction remind me that fairness doesn't mean giving everyone the same thing. It means giving each student what they need to grow. As a future Bahasa Melayu teacher, I want to be fair, creative, inclusive, and respectful. I want my students to feel motivated and confident no matter their background or ability. Of course, it won't always be easy. Differentiations takes time, patience, and creativity, but I believe it's worth it because when students feel valued and supported, they will achieve more than we expect. In the end, I see differentiated instructions not just as a teaching strategies, but as a reflection of who I want to be as a teacher. Someone who believes that every learner has the potential to succeed, if only we give them the right opportunity. So, to wrap up, differentiated instruction is not about following a set of rules. It's about having the heart and mindset to understand students' differences and help each one learn in their own way. As Tomlinson said, it's truly a way of thinking about teaching and learning. And as a future Bahasa Melayu teacher, I'm ready to bring that way of thinking into my own classroom. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.